What's up, you guys? It's Sifu Amin Johnny with another video for you. But before we get started, I'd like to thank all the subscribers who've been joining us recently. We're at 13.4, so let's try to go for 13.5, you guys. And I'd also like to thank all of you who've been purchasing the PDFs, the how to open your third eye and how to unlock your psychic powers. If you're wondering where to find those, the links are below in the description. Also, remember that all those purchases help support the websites that I run, the free online communities, and of course, again, if you're wondering where those are, they're in the description below as well. Some news I'd like to share with you guys also is that I've created a new blog on a blog spot, just sifuminjohnny.blogspot.com. Now, I've created that because, yes, on the free online communities on the websites below, I have those broken out to specific things. Energy cultivation is focused mostly on, spirituality and wellness, health and wellness, while Black Dragon Qigong is focused on the internal martial arts, internal energy building. And Telekinetic Academy is, of course, for those of you who are trying to develop your psychic abilities and whatnot. Now, my new blog is actually just a collection of all the information that's going on there. And it's not a free online community, but you can comment on the blog. But it's going to have all the stuff there in one spot to make it easy for you guys to follow me. And plus, I'll have more stuff that's extra on there that won't be landing on the sites. Okay, so I'm getting really specific with the sites. You're going to see more blog posts on all the sites that are going to be more specifically towards what those blogs are on those free communities. And of course, you want to go hang out at those specific ones that apply to you who you're trying to meet. Like if you're trying to meet more telekinetics, you go to the Telekinetic Academy. If you want to meet more guys who are into building their internal power for martial arts purposes, Qigong, Black Dragon is the site you want to go to. And if you're here for learning about the universe and spirituality and law of attraction and health and wellness and healing, then energy cultivation, mind-body-spirit connection is the website that you like to go to and meet people like that on there. Okay, so those are broken up. But again, my new blog, I'm going to have all that stuff as far as content-wise going up. So if you want to just catch everything that's going to be posted without having to go to individual sites, plus want to stay up with me and more stuff, then that's the place to go. So did that to make it easy for you guys. And I also have updated the social media, so you can find me on there, and I have the links below in the description. Okay, now let's get started on the video. And remember, if you enjoy this video and you find it useful, I have a little donate button below for you guys in the description. Now, to give you some deep insight, and this is super important information if you want to get really good at honing your abilities. It's a very overlooked process, but this little thing is actually really important to all areas in your life, and that's why I've titled this about being the right and wrong things to do and why it matters. Now, how you practice is so important. Okay, it's so important because it can make all the difference between hurting you or helping you. Okay, now I'm going to give you some examples. And this is just so true to everything in life, that there's a right way and a wrong way to do things. Because the wrong way gets you poor results, and the right way gets you positive results. And before I go really into that, I just want to say, those of you who are afraid of trying to do things because of the bad results, that's not a reason why to not do things necessarily. That you should be looking towards how you can do things to get the right results, right? And I'm going to talk about that. That's what this is all about. And those of you who are not paying attention to what could be bad and not even caring what's good because you just want what you want to do, that's also not a good way, a good path to follow. So with that being said, let me get into details on how you can observe this and improve this in this area in your life and in your practice. You want to be very observant of yourself when you do things, and all things, okay? And this mindfulness is developed through meditation mostly, okay? And you want to practice meditation on mindfulness at least every day to get good at it over time. But I'll talk about a mindfulness meditation in another video. But with that ability of mindfulness, you use that tool. It's an asset that helps you to be able to control this facility of being able to decipher what your actions or your perspective is, whether it's correct or right or wrong. Okay? And I say perspective because that's really what it comes down to. And that's a good thing that you want to know how to have under control with your mind. Okay? So I'll give you an example of perspective, and you'll see why that's important, okay, to help you decide what's right and wrong. You're walking down a street and you see somebody dressed like a, like a thug right off the bat. That's what you think. Or a homeless person, okay? And your first initial reaction is like, oh, you get uncomfortable. And as you're getting closer to that person, your comfort gets more and more, okay? The discomfort, right? The tension builds up. Now, that's because you've automatically assumed this person might be dangerous because they either look like a bum or like a thug because they're wearing maybe a hoodie and hat, and they're dressed all in black or something like this, right? So you freak out. But then, what if I were to tell you that person was just really cold, and that's why they were wearing the hoodie and dressed up with the extra coat, and maybe black's their favorite color or whatever, okay? But you wouldn't be so scared if you know they were just dressing for the cold. Your perspective would have been different. You wouldn't have been scared when you passed by them or they're approaching. You would have felt safe and comfortable. So that's one thing right there. Perspective is important because it helps you decide, what's right and wrong. You can't really decide what's right and wrong until you first get your perspective. And the best way to get perspective, again, is going down to learn how to calm down, relax. Again, why meditation and mindfulness is important. Now, the key part here that you want to get down now is applying that into your practice with using the right knowledge, using the right techniques, and stuff like this. Okay, getting further into this, I'm going to give you some examples of how to do things right and wrong, or how they affect you, I should say. And essentially, if you do things the right way, your brain grows. Alright, you catch that? When you do things the wrong way, your brain shrinks. So there is a right way and wrong way to everything. There's a right way and wrong way to eat. Okay? So you eat bad food, it's bad for you. You eat good food, it's good for you. There's a right and wrong way to chew. You don't chew well, it's bad for you. You chew well, it's good for you. Now, let's go further into doing it. You do exercise. If you do exercise with bad posture, the exercise can hurt you instead of help you. You do it with good posture, you build up better strength. Your body improves. Okay? Video games. Let's say you're playing Call of Duty. You're learning the level and you take your time and understand how to shoot and do things, your brain improves. If you're just running around aimlessly trying to hit everything you see and not learning your environment, going all the time, your brain shrinks and you get bad. So when you're practicing your abilities, keep that in mind, that you want to practice the right way and the wrong way, and that's going to come with proper knowledge. And that's what this channel is for. I'm here to give you insight. So keep that in mind. How you do things matters. Alright? I'd like to thank you all again. Remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, and share. And don't forget to check out the description below. And if you like this video and found it useful, please remember to donate. Thank you, and take care. Namaste.